Caitlin Clark makes heartfelt gesture for youth community, proving her Iowa roots run deeper than ever. If you thought Caitlin Clark's legacy would be written only in three-pointers and game-winning plays, think again. Despite the rapid rise in her popularity, Clark has never strayed from her Iowa roots, proving time and again that her heart beats for the community that raised her. And recently, she made that even clearer with a major donation, but not the kind that involves flashy checks or endorsement deals. Instead, Clark teamed up with Scholastic to donate 1,000 books to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Iowa, ensuring that young kids can access educational resources that fuel dreams. She understands the role reading can play in one's life. Reading and education have always been hugely important in my life. I remember picking out the books from the Scholastic flyer and how empowering that was for me as a child, and how motivated I was to read, Clark said earlier this year, and she is determined to pass the same gift to others. Thank you to Caitlin Clark Foundation, who worked with Scholastic to make a donation of 1,000 books to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Iowa. What an awesome way to support local youth. How sweet is that? And Caitlin didn't just let the moment slide. She reposted the Boys and Girls Club's Instagram post, showing love for the kids and the mission. But it is important to note here that this is not just a one-time, feel-good gesture. In fact, she's been making major moves in the literary space for a while now. Just this past January, on her 23rd birthday, she went even bigger. The Caitlin Clark Foundation teamed up with Scholastic's National Literacy Program to donate 22,000 books to under-resourced schools across Iowa and Indiana, as well as children's hospitals and nonprofits. And her motivation is pretty simple, yet impactful. I want to help kids have the same experience, to develop their reading skills and open their imaginations to dream big, she said. I am thrilled that my foundation will support reading as literacy champions by collaborating with Scholastic and the United States of Readers. Caitlin's initiative comes at a time when COVID-19 and screens have together largely distanced children from the feel of a book in their hands. According to Scholastic's 2022 report, the number of kids aged 6 to 17 who read almost daily dropped from 37% in 2010 to 28% in 2022. Furthermore, a 2022-23 study by the National Literacy Institute reported that nearly 40% of students in the U.S. lack basic reading proficiency. So, clearly, Clark knows the problems, and instead of just acknowledging them, she is doing something real about them. But she does not stop at this. She has been giving back in multiple ways. In a heartwarming moment, Clark offered a young girl 2 championship rings as part of an initiative with UI Healthcare Stead Family Children's Hospital. The girl, dressed in gold and yellow, lit up with pure happiness. Last year, she helped the Boys and Girls Club of Central Iowa celebrate 60 years of supporting local youth. She donated over 85 hoodies, 75 pairs of winter gloves, and 85 hats to keep kids warm. She also gave 57 basketballs, 15 footballs, 12 soccer balls, and 15 jump ropes, all totaled over $13,000. To kick off the 60th anniversary gala's fundraising efforts, she personally donated $22,000. She didn't have to, but that's just who she is. She has also funded multiple initiatives, including grants for the University of Iowa Children's Hospital and the Coralville Community Food Pantry. I've had an impact on a lot of people, Clark said, and it's clear that's exactly what matters most to her. Caitlin Clark is a cheat code in philanthropy. That's what I really care about. The people that I love to death, Caitlin Clark once said. And if you followed her journey, you know that's not just talk, it's who she is. She knows that good food, good books, and good physical activities are the holy trinity of a solid childhood. And hence, in October 2023, she built her full-on championship team with the Caitlin Clark Foundation. This nonprofit tackles 3 key areas: education, nutrition, and sports access. And her partnership with the Coralville Community Food Pantry in Iowa was a pivotal moment in her charitable journey. Shortly after her freshman season, John Bowler, the executive director of the pantry, reached out to her through her uncle. "Hey, we'd love to work with you," Bowler told Clark. "We'd be happy to pay you a little something. I know it wouldn't be much, just to thank you for your time." Clark's response: "A hard pass on the paycheck." I kind of laughed. I was like, "Of course, yeah, that's how she's wired," Bowler said. "It's no surprise to me that she wanted to support her community and not take any resources away from the work we're doing." With Clark's influence behind it, the food pantry raised over $100,000, proving that when Caitlin Clark calls for help, people answer fast. Now, through her foundation, She's working with food banks and school meal programs to make sure no kid has to play or study on an empty stomach. In April 2023, Fox News further reported that Bowler called her a cheat code in philanthropy after her efforts to support an Iowa food bank gained national attention. And let's be real, if there were MVP awards for philanthropy, Clark would be hoisting the trophy.